almost casual. And once Yenny hit the mat, there was no confusion about how this would end. Max locked in a rear naked choke with ruthless efficiency. There was no scrambling escape, no dramatic resistance. The submission was tight, unforgiving, and final. The applause that followed wasn't just for the finish itself, but for how decisively Max had erased any doubt about who controlled that fight from the opening seconds. Things became far more chaotic when Mad Max faced Jimmy Ambry, a matchup that stood out because it was one of the rare times Max didn't hold a clear size advantage. Both men were true super heavyweights, massive frames colliding with the kind of force that echoes through an arena. From the opening bell, it was clear this wouldn't be a technical chess match. They charged into a full-on slugfest, exchanging heavy shots that would have flattened smaller fighters instantly. The energy was raw, almost reckless, as if both men understood that subtlety had no place here. Jimmy managed to take Max down and secure full mount, a dangerous position against most fighters. He began working ground and pound, testing whether Mad Max could be controlled when pinned beneath another giant. Then came one of the strangest moments of Max's career. In what looked less like a sanctioned bout and more like a street fight reflex, Max headbutted Ambry. It was blatant, illegal, and undeniably dirty. The fight paused as Ambry took time to recover, and when the doctor checked him, there was no visible damage. Still, the tension lingered. This was no longer just about winning. It was about surviving chaos. When the fight restarted, Ambry scored another takedown, but confusion erupted again as he suddenly screamed, claiming Max had bitten him. From the camera angles, it was impossible to tell if a bite actually occurred, but given the earlier headbutt, the accusation didn't feel entirely far-fetched. After yet another restart, the brawl resumed, wild and unrefined. Eventually, Jimmy went for another takedown, but landed awkwardly, injuring his arm badly enough that he couldn't continue. The result went down as a TKO win for Mad Max. It wasn't the cleanest or most satisfying finish, but it fit the theme of that fight perfectly. Messy, brutal, and unforgettable. If anyone doubted that Max's success relied solely on brute strength, his fights with Igor Nitv offered a sharp correction. From the opening moments of their first encounter, Max showcased an arsenal that extended well beyond power. He snapped out kicks with speed and precision, throwing them like a heavyweight taekwondo practitioner rather than a lumbering brawler. The kicks landed with authority,